Lightcast is a partner of ours. As we process company data, they look at jobs and skills, and they're a new source of jobs and skills data. So they're looking at online job postings from companies and from job boards, and they're classifying that into a familiar, structured manner for people to look at it. We've been working with Lightcast and integrating their data into our platform so that you can start to look at the trends in emerging economy sectors through real-time industrial classifications. So what makes Lightcast different is two things. One, it's considering job postings data in real time. If you look at official statistics and labour market insights from there, there's naturally a lag, maybe a quarter or two before you find out what's happened, whereas Lightcast data is more real time. The second thing is matching it into company level, so you can see what individual companies are hiring for, whether they're starting to hire more. And that really helps us because it allows us to then consider the trends in sectors like AI. There's not currently a way of finding out what the hiring trends are in AI through official statistics, but using Lightcast and the Data City's data, that's much easier to do. For a similar reason, understanding a sector with the most up-to-date view is important. Understanding the hiring trends with an up-to-date view is also really important. For example, we're working with a lot of customers at the moment who are trying to understand how the industrial strategy sectors map to their area. So understanding what the strengths and opportunities that they have are. Obviously, to best understand the strengths and opportunities, you need to have an accurate, up-to-date view of what's going on in your area. The best way of thinking about this, obviously, the job market is really, really active. As an example, artificial intelligence, the roles that were being hired 2 or 3 years ago were completely different than what's being hired now. So there was a massive peak of programming and software development jobs in the pandemic, but that's kind of tailed off now. So understanding how you can map those gaps between what's not being advertised, like where are the skills gaps and where could you start to fill those using policy, needs to rely on up-to-date data, basically. So Lightcast processes online job boards, and that means looking at websites like Indeed and seeing the jobs that have been advertised there and linking that to companies. And what they do from there is then process that into a structured format. So if you've done labour market analysis before, you'll be familiar with the structure, namely like standard occupational codes. So the government has classified a lot of jobs into these occupational codes. You can link it to other data sets, official statistics and things like that, and you can do international comparisons. But similarly to standard industrial classifications, there is a bit of a time lag between creating this taxonomy and what's currently happening in the market. Less of an issue. SOC is more up to date than SICs, but this is meaning to say that Lightcast have also developed a taxonomy that reflects where the market currently is. So it's got an up-to-date view of all of the jobs that are being advertised. This is a really, really helpful way of structuring your analysis. So rather than having to deal with all of the different ways you can describe a data analyst, Lightcast have structured it into a way where you can say, show me postings with a broad category of data analysis. I think the best application of this data for understanding emerging economy sectors like AI, net zero, or life sciences or advanced manufacturing is on the local level and understanding the demand for skills in an area. If you're a local authority and you're doing skills workshops, or you're trying to help businesses, then you're going to want to know what the demand for skills are and how you should tailor courses to meet those needs.